Greetings Internet, my name is Old Rod and this is a video about Pokemon cards. Now in this video we're not talking about Pojo Magazine, we're not even doing anything on TCG1, we're going IRL. That's right, this is analog, face-to-face, in the flesh Pokemon card battling. We have here a best of three between the Dastardly Rival and their Wigglytuff Electabuzz deck, and Old Rod with the Exeggutor deck. Now then, this is the Psychic build of the Exeggutor deck. Here is the deck list right here. We've got an Exeggutor and Execute line, of course, but we've also got its Psychic buddies to help it out. We've got Ghastlies to use energy conversion to get back DCEs if they ever get discarded. We've also got Mewtwo's to do a similar thing with DCEs using energy absorption. We've got Mr. Mime, to block those big damage attackers. We've also got a Psyduck in here to train and lock your opponent endgame if it ever gets down to that. And we've got Scyther and Ditto, they're always useful. And a bunch of your typical trainer cards, your draws, your energy removals, etc. We've also got running a few more Lass than many other decks would run. Lass is quite important in Exeggutor decks because once you've piled up that big palm tree with loads of energy cards, you don't want your opponents to be able to super energy removal, so you want to hit them with a Lass before you get flipping all your coins. Anyway, enough of this blithering on, let's head over to the battle stations, also known as the Dark Sphere game store in London, and get started with Rival versus Old Rod, Wigglybuzz versus Exeggutor. Okay, here we are. That is Old Rod on the right there, about to flip a coin, and that is the Dastardly Rival on the left there. Old Rod flips the tails, fist bump, and let's get on with it. Okay. Old Rod is starting off with a Psyduck here. That's no good whatsoever. I'm talking about myself in the third person. I'm starting off with a Psyduck. Dear, oh dear. What a narcissist. I've got a Psyduck to start with there. Rival with the Doduo. And Electabuzz and Ditto on the bench. I'll tell you what, you don't really want to start with Psyduck in this deck. Maybe you do sometimes, but not when Electabuzz is facing you down. A Psyduck turn 1 headache lock can be useful, of course, but when they're okay, there's the Professor Oak. But yeah, when they've got an Electabuzz with Lightning Energy attached and they've just Professor Oaked, it ain't looking good. So yeah, Old Rod, me, instantly in big trouble in game 1 of the best of 3 with against Wigglybuzz. Wigglybuzz, a very cool deck, very scary deck to play against because, everything in the deck is threatening for big damage and threatening to take 6 prizes super quickly. Lass, oh my goodness, wow. That's shocking. Oh, I had loads of good trainer cards and now they're all gone. I'm left with 2 DCEs, wow. Curse you, Rival. You're so mean. But yeah, Wigglybuzz, very scary deck to play against. It's got a bit of a weakness to fighting Pokemon, with Electabuzz and Wigglytuff sharing that fighting weakness, so your Hitmonchans and your Machops can come in handy. I'm not running them. This is the Exeggutor deck. I've got a bunch of coin off the table, reflip, and it's a heads. I've got a Paralyzed Psyduck. Could this be a very quick loss for Old Rod here? Me. Okay, I'm computer searching. I'm chucking away some good things there, I think. But I need to find that Professor. I need to find the Oak Man, the grandfather of this impetuous young rival. But there he is. There's the Oak Man. Hopefully I can find some really good cards. So Exeggutor decks against Wigglytuff decks. Exeggutor itself can be great against Wigglytuff if you're flipping enough heads. The problem is the rest of Exeggutor's buddies, your Psychic buddies, can't really do anything against Wigglytuff. Ghastly isn't going to do any damage. Mewtwo isn't going to do much either. Mr. Mime can sort of annoy Wigglytuff by getting in the way, but so yeah, aside from Exeggutor, I'm sort of relying on perhaps Ditto in this deck. Ditto's a good little Wigglytuff counter if you can get it going. I've managed to find a Ghastly and a Mewtwo though off the Professor Oak, so I'm not going to get totally donked here. I imagine Psyduck is going down next turn. It's paralysed and Electabuzz, all it has to do is Thunder Punch it. But I'm going to start threatening with a Mewtwo here. Attach to the Mewtwo. Pass it over to the Rival. Okay, what are they going to do here? Do they have the second energy? Do they have a plus power? What's their plan here? Second energy, so we know Psyduck's going down. And Electabuzz hurts itself with a Thunder Punch. It How does it do that? Is there too much electricity? Does it sort of zap itself a bit? If you know why Thunder Punch hurts itself, then tell me. I want to know. What am I doing here? Mewtwo's promoted. I'm going to throw my cards in the discard pile. I must be oaking, right? I seem to be. I'm drawing lots of cards, so I must have played Professor Oak there. What do we got here? It's a little bunch of eggs. I've picked up another card. I'm assuming that was number 7. If you want to slow that down and let me know if I just cheated, please do. It's a bill. Okay, so I've gone from a really poor start to drawing loads of cards. There's an energy removal. I don't really have any energy cards in the discard pile yet, I don't think, so I can't really absorb a bunch. I'm just going to attach and... Oh no, I can absorb... I can absorb 2 DCEs, that's actually really useful. There we go. So 2 DCEs absorbed, threatening a Cyburn next turn. What can Rival do? Okay, they've benched a Doduo and they've evolved a Dodrio. Not bad. They're attaching a DCE and they're going to Thunder Punch, I assume. That looks like a Thunder Punch to me. 40 damage. Oh, well punched, Electabuzz. No self-damage this time. Controlled your current flow perfectly. What am I going to do here? So, I can either, I can retreat, I can sort of do some damage on the old Electabuzz. Exeggutor found. Okay. Can we get this palm tree up and running? I could retreat to safety, I could gust out Ditto and take that out. I could just do some damage to Electabuzz. It looks like I'm going to retreat. I think that is the wise choice there. And just hope I get a paralysis on the lick. I'm Mr. Fujiing. Okay, our lovely friend Mr. Fuji. Rescuing Mewtwo from disaster. Mewtwo and also all that lovely energy being shuffled back into the deck. So, always good when you can preserve a DCE. Okay. So are we back on track here with Exeggutor? Let's try for a paralysis off of Lick. And it's very good. It's a heads. Look at that. The Buzz is stuck. Okay. What's Rival got up his sleeve here, though? Something dastardly. Ugh, I'm sure of it. No, it's just a pass. Okay. So, I guess the thing to do would be to slowly build up an Exeggutor. And, yeah. Chip away with Lick. There we are. And it's a heads. Oh, no. That's okay. Ghastly isn't going to go down this turn. They've evolved up into another Dodrio, though. That's nice. They can escape with Electabuzz if they want, but no, they're going to go in with Thunder Punch, and it's another heads. This Electabuzz is finding its groove here. Scyther goes down. That's nice. Nice to have another free retreater just to soak up some damage. Now I'm going in with Exeggutor, though. There's the DCE. Time for some big explosions. Here we go. Come on. All heads. Okay, 1 tails. Come on. All heads. It's another tails. Come on. One heads. You stupid palm tree. What was I thinking? Why don't I just run another card? Okay. Well, looks like I'm going to take some damage. And it's a super energy removal. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Brutal. Brutal. Lady Luck is not a fan. Oh. What was that? That counted, didn't it? Hang on. What was that? Ref. Oh dear. Well, I've taken 40 damage. Apparently that first flip didn't count. Oh dear. Why can't I have that luck? Okay, what am I going to do? Just try and chip in. One egg is going to explode here. It does. It manages to explode. That's something. Okay. But I'm potentially going down next turn if they can find a plus power or flip a heads. Rival, what have they got in hand there? They had something. They had an energy and a trainer card. Thunder Punch time. Okay. Can the palm tree survive? Coin off the table. Reflip. Oh no, it was a tails. It's just off camera. I'm on one damage counter away now from Exeggutor going to that big beach in the sky, wherever palm trees go to die. Or faint. Oh, come on! Okay, I've got one more shot. Hooray! No, it's 2 tails. Currently a very poor success rate with big explosion. If you were considering perhaps, running an Exeggutor deck yourself, heed these warnings, these visual warnings, and the audio warnings. Just watch this. Just watch as I flip tails constantly. But no worries, I do have a Ghastly there with oh, it's got 10 HP left. I do have a Scyther with no energy on it. That could be a plan. Anyway, what's the rival up to? They've Pokemon traded something. I wasn't paying attention, sorry. Anyway, Exeggutor's down. They've drawn their second prize. In comes Ghastly. Okay, we've got to hope for a paralysis heads flip here. Putting all our luck on coin flips. Putting all our dreams into the toss of a coin. Okay, Scyther with the grass energy. Going to try for a paralysis lick. Hooray, okay. Now, what can they do here? Are they going to somehow get that Electabuzz out of the active? I'm not sure if they're running scoops and switches. I think they're consigning it to the discard pile probably, but Professor Oak, they're ditching a Jigglypuff. They're not found a Wigglytuff, sorry. I was saying they're not found a Jigglypuff yet. Their Electabuzz has managed to, do plenty of work. Took out Psyduck and it took out Exeggutor, and there is a Jigglypuff. Yeah, so I need to get Scyther or another Exeggutor on the go if I'm to stand a chance against the Psychic Resistant Jigglypuff or Wigglytuff. Anyway, what's going to happen here? It's going to be... Rival is deliberating. I'm just itching to take a prize card. Hooray, okay, draw for turn. And what can I do here? Any basics? I need to put some eggs down. Get some eggs on that bench. Is it? It's a lass. Oh, it didn't hit much. But you know, when you ain't got much, you might as well make sure your opponent ain't got much neither. So yeah, maybe not the best play there, but I can tell I'm feeling desperate. Desperation lass. It's a lick for knockout, right? Yeah, it's a knockout. There we go. And prize card drawn, but Ghastly is going to go down next turn, surely. Unless Rival decides to show an unprecedented level of mercy and just pass the turn for some strange reason. No, I don't think that's going to happen. Let's find out. I think Electabuzz is going to come in here and zap that little ghost. That poisonous little ghost. Oh, Ditto gets an attachment. Okay. But in comes Electabuzz. I thought we were going to see a lick. But no, it's a Thundershock, and Ghastly goes down. Rival draws a third prize. They are now 3 prizes away from victory. Myself still 5 away. And staring down the barrel of... Well, you know, not a huge amount. If I Swords Danced there, I believe... No, I've just slashed. Okay, that makes more sense. I've got no cards in hand. Oh my goodness, here we go. Real flying by the seat of my pants stuff here. I'm clicking my fingers for some reason. I've gone mad. That's it, just gesturing both free hands here like some sort of horrible gesturer. But yeah, this is real on the breadline stuff here, man. This is real hand to mouth stuff. No cards in hand, just relying on top draws. And I've been super energy removal right then. I got 0. I just got a Scyther and a dream. Is this going to be the comeback of, dare I say, the century? Swords Dance on Ditto. Down goes Ghastly. Oh, the old switcheroo. There we go. That'll stop Swords Dance. Oh, ridiculous. Some pointing going on here. Whilst Rival deliberates what to do here. To be fair, I've not got much, but Rival doesn't have too much on the go. I'm pointing to Ghastly. I think I'm explaining Ditto is now Ghastly. Swords Dance is nullified. I think we're having a good old chuckle about that. Oh dear, oh dear. It's all fun, isn't it? But secretly I'm raging here. I'm like, I have nothing. Secretly I'm like, get on with your turn, because, you know, I need to find some eggs, man. And I'm paralysed. Good night. Oh dear. Goodness. Pass, and that's it. Straight over. Just got to receive some more. Receiving my lickings here, literally. Another Lightning Energy on Electabuzz. It's another lick. Will it be a paralysis? Ooh. Dodge that coin there, very smartly. No, Ghastly survives. Can I need an Oak or a Bill, or is it a pass again? Folks, this is sometimes how Base Fossil works. You just don't draw anything. You just sit there wondering, who you annoyed, what deity you've wronged that you are accursed with such terrible fortune. Anyway, what's going on here? Energy retrieval, more lightning energies, great. All right for some, isn't it? What are they going to do here? Attach to Electabuzz again, and they're just going to start swinging in for big damage, I think. They're smelling blood in the water. They're seeing no energy on my side of the board. They're hearing a lot of excuses. There are two other senses, touch and taste. Anyway, got Mr. Mime, that's quite useful. If I can get an energy on Mr. Mime, maybe I can threaten Meditate. No, I choose to pass. I choose to do nothing. Okay, we've got Lightning Energy on Jigglypuff, and they're going to flip for Thunder Punch. Is it going to be... It's a heads. I tried clearly to interfere, though, with that flip, but to no avail. Scyther goes down, and I think I'm in deep water. Look at me sort of shrugging away and, doing all the sort of useless gestures of a man out of ideas. Anyway, Mr. Mime's in the active now. At least that'll soak up some turns whilst they chip away at that with Thundershock. They, of course, could bring in... They're choosing to bring in Ditto. Interesting. They could have brought in Jigglypuff and attack with Pound, but they're going to go for Meditate instead for... That should be... that should be 20 damage. Am I trying to cheat here? Have I put 2 damage counters on there? Yeah. He's gone. Okay, no, I thought I was cheating there. Nope. 20 damage done, and Pound for the knockout. Ghastly's in. Is there time for some last-ditch Egg or Ditto comeback here? Because Ghastly ain't going to do much against Jigglypuff, and I fear they've got a Wigglytuff on the horizon. Exeggutor goes down, switching in, and do I have an energy to attach? Do I? Do I have an energy to attach? Of course not, mate. I'm playing on hard mode. All the energy cards are at the bottom of your deck. You just have to tough it out until then. Okay, we've got Wigglytuff here. Can they find... They're going to go for an Oak, surely. An Oak, Gust of Wind, and it's gusting out Ghastly. Item Finder for the Gust. A devilish way to win, but a bit of a trouncing, really. Anyway, game 1 goes to Wigglybuzz. Lovely stuff. Let's grab our cards and try again. Well done, rival. Okay, and on to game 2 of the best of 3, Wigglybuzz versus Exeggutor. Here we go. It's a Tails. Who starts? Who knows? Okay, so we've got Ghastly up against Doduo. That's a much better starting Pokemon than the Psyduck we had last time. They do have Electabuzz on the bench, though, so they can threaten damage straight away. Bill, drawing 2 cards. And what are they going to do here? I'm going to assume they're going to switch into Electabuzz and start trying to Thundershock. Pokemon Trader. Are they going to find a Jigglypuff or a I think they're trading in... I missed that. They were trading in something. I think they're going to try and find a Jigglypuff here. Let's see what they do, though. There we go. No, they've gone for a Ditto. Interesting. What do I know? So they're obviously thinking that they clearly don't have the right stuff in hand to get a Jigglypuff or a Wigglytuff online at the moment. So they're just going to stick with Ditto. In comes Electabuzz for Thundershock. Okay. What do we got here? Heads or tails? It's a Tails. Ghastly can swing in this turn. It's Bill. 2 cards. Good old Bill. He's the Pokemaniac that lives in the cottage by the sea, doesn't he? What a life. What a lovely life he must lead. Is he actually doing any work, though? Or is he sort of scrounging off the Kanto state? Don't know. Anyway, I think I'm licking here. And I think I'm licking. No. Am I mulling over my options? Or are we having a heated debate about... I think I'm asking about cards in hand. I'm not playing a lass, am I? Okay. It looks like a lick to me. No, first down goes a Mr. Mime. And yep, it's a lick. Okay. What have we got here? It's a Tails. no paralysis yet for either player. So, fair's fair, I suppose. Over to Rival. What nefarious plans does he have? He's going to attach and go for... It's a plus power, so it's going to be a guaranteed KO. And it's a heads flip anyway. Oh dear. Very good. Very good indeed. That's what you want to see. Well, not if you're me, but if you're the Rival, that's exactly what you want to see. Everything going your way. Item finder. What am I going to go for here? Item finder for Bill. Oh, you don't like that, do you? It's never the dream, is it? Item finder for Bill. Am I going to ditch that Lass? I'm thinking about it. No, I'm ditching Lass. Can I find that Bill? Hopefully I can get, anything. Yep, Bill, there it goes. Professor Oak, that's what we want. Or another Pokemon. Super Energy Mover could be good. Really, you want another Pokemon here. Mulling it over. And I'm throwing more cards away. I think I am... I must be computer searching. There we go. What am I searching for? That's the question. A Pokemon? Or am I searching for the Oak Man? It's one of the two. Either you have Oak in hand, and okay, I'm throwing cards on the floor here. More attempts to cheat. I created a diversion there. To what end? Not sure. Let's find out. Okay. Super Energy Removal, that's what we were going for, was it? Makes sense. And then Oak, the Oak Man, and Mr. Fuji go into the discard pile, and 7 more cards. And I'm going to try and slowly start to rebuild. But Mr. Mime, the active at the moment, isn't doing much, apart from just buying me turns. Ideally, that's it. Want some eggs. Get some eggs in the basket. Not all of them, mind. You never want all your eggs in one basket, but a couple at a time. That's nice and sensible. And what am I up to here? There we go. I think I've Pokemon traded a Mr. Mime for an Exeggutor. That makes sense. And okay, so this could be the start of something. Yeah. Anyway, I love this Exeggutor deck. Just I know I'm complaining about coin flips and all this sort of stuff, but I love playing this card. It's so much fun. Nothing resists Exeggutor either, so and it can attack for 1 energy. You don't have to do the whole Buzz App DCE, song and dance. You can just take an energy on Exeggutor and start doing something. Obviously, the more energy you have on it, the better. But it's a bit of a sort of lighter, a low-cal Arcanine. Anyway, what's going on? Mr. Mime's been paralysed. Bill drawing cards. And evolving into the Palm Tree. I'm probably going to stick an energy on the Palm Tree. I feel like Mr. Mime potentially not long for this world. Unless I can get it out of the active with a scoop up. There goes Mewtwo. See, Mewtwo could actually be really useful against the things that are currently on the board, and I think that's why I'm going to attach an energy to it, yes. It can... Oh, no, I'm not sure what to do with this energy. I think stick it on Mew... No, what am I doing? I'm just looking, Mewtwo would be good against everything that's on the board currently, so it makes sense to stick an energy on that. What is Rival going to do here? Benching another Electabuzz. Again, not seen any Jigglypuffs yet, which is a good thing when you're running, a mainly psychic deck. Wigglytuff has gone into the discard. Professor Oak. Drawing a bunch of new cards. I can see energy removal. I can see Ditto. I can see some good stuff. But potentially no Jigglypuff unless I missed it. They do well to find a plus power here. They've evolved into Dodrio. If they can get a Thundershock paralysis and then follow up with a plus power next turn, that's another easy little prize. Another Doduo benched, so they're going to look to Thundershock here. Moving my hand out of the way again, but it's Tails. Okay, can I get Mr. Mime out of the active and then power up a Mewtwo? That would be the sensible thing to do here. Retreat and then absorb. That's exactly what I'm doing. Can I remove any energy? Or am I just going to go for the absorption? Energy absorption, 1. Is there another energy in there? I think there is, right? Ghastly had an energy on it before it got knocked out. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Energy successfully absorbed. Mewtwo is now online. There we go. And over to the Rival. How's he going to deal with this Mewtwo? Is he going to try and paralyse it? Is he just going to swing with Thunder Punch? They're going to power up that Ditto. They're looking to take out Mewtwo themselves, and they've got the DCE in hand as well. So, yeah. and it's a heads on Thunder Shock. Okay, Mewtwo is paralysed. Could be in trouble here. No, okay, yeah, preemptive measures, energy removal, get that off that Ditto. I knew what he was up to there. Yeah, Mewtwo did well to survive there. Stick a DC on the Exeggutor, very nice. Okay, it's not looking too bad at the moment. It was a bit of a shonky start, with Ghastly going down, but at the moment we've got a nice amount of energy on the board. Mewtwo threatening some stuff. There's Jigglypuff though. Ideally, you want to try and take out as much as possible with Mewtwo and Mr. Mime. Save Exeggutor for when Wigglytuff hits the field, so you can try and ideally knock it out in one massive explosion of Yolk and Shell and Albumen. Jesus Christ. Anyway, what have I benched? I think that's a Ditto I've benched. Yes, it's very glary. Ooh, DC on the Ditto. I'm sort of spreading my DCs around here in a sort of confusing strategy. Gusting out the Ditto. Professor Oak. Okay, I've got a plan here. I've got a good plan. Well, I don't know if it's good. I've got a plan. It feels like an encouraging plan. 7 new cards. Energy on Mewtwo, energy on Exeggutor, and it's a Psyburn to take out Ditto, and we're now equal on prizes. Yeah, DC on Exeggutor, DC on Ditto. Gives rival a sort of choice between what they're going to remove, posing those double threats. Is that a good idea though? Should I just be loading up on Exeggutor? I don't know. I think for the moment it makes sense. Makes rival choose what to target, and then I can, use the other one. Anyway, how are they going to deal with Mewtwo here? They could just swing in with Electabuzz, do some more damage, or they can go with Jigglypuff and start pounding away, safe in the knowledge that Mewtwo can't do anything. No, they're going to go in with Electabuzz, probably wise. You don't want unnecessary damage on a Jigglypuff if Wigglytuff isn't incoming, so this does make sense. And they've got the DC on Jigglypuff, so they could have come in with Pound, chose not to. They're going to Thunder Punch. For how much damage? 30 on Mewtwo and 10 to themselves. So Mewtwo in a bit of a rough spot at the moment. What does one do here? Do you retreat and go in with the egg or the blob? Looks like I am attaching to... super energy removal. There we go. That's quite a good move. And then a Cyber. If I've got a plus power here, that'd be super helpful. Or a way to find a plus power. Gust out. Ditto. Just taking out these Dittos whilst I can. Okay. Yeah, another cheap prize there. Anything else on the menu, though? Anything else? No, I've already attached. I have attached. Trying to cheat again. Psyburn to knock out Ditto. There we go. In case you're wondering why that knocks out Ditto in one hit, Ditto automatically transforms into Mewtwo. Mewtwo, of course, is weak to Psychic. Thus, when it takes a 40 damage attack from another Mewtwo, 80 damage, Oko. Just in case you were wondering. What's Rival up to here? Do they have this Wigglytuff yet? They're thinking about how to approach this situation. They've only got a Jigglypuff with a DCE on the go at the moment, so they've got to be careful what they do here. They're going to go for the KO. This makes sense. Can they do anything else in the meantime? They do have a super energy removal in hand, but they don't have the surplus energy required to use it, so they're just going to pound, take out Mewtwo, and draw a prize. Okay, but in comes the Palm Tree. Energy removal, get rid of the DCE. If I can downgrade some more eggs, very nice. And here we go. So we got another DCE on the go here. That's 4 flips. I need 3 for the Oko. What can Exeggutor do this time? Are we going to have better luck? Will Providence smile down on us in this venture? I'm going to look through my discard pile for some reason. Am I item findering, or am I just seeing what I've used? And perhaps I'm checking if the 4th DCE is already in there. I can't remember. Have we seen that 4th one yet? That's the thing. You don't want to wind up suddenly in the late game all your DCE's gone. That's not a good feeling at all. The thing is here, if I blow this with the big explosion, they're going to super removal me, and I'm going to be in trouble. So, fingers crossed that the palm tree can do good here. Okay, I'm doing a lot of procrastinating here. What's that? Item finder for something. Let's have a look. For lass. Oh, okay. Here we go. This is what you want to see. And I've got rid of the super energy removal and the computer search and an item finder. There's some nice trainer cards that are being shuffled back into deck here. Is this a pivotal moment? Is this a momentum swing that can define the outcome of the game here? It does feel like it, but who knows? A loaded up Exeggutor, ready to explode. Can it Oko the Jigglypuff? One tails. One heads. Okay, two more. Coin out of bounds, reflip. Coin out of bounds. Oh, the nerves are getting to me. Two heads. And one more heads, and it's game over Jigglypuff. It's game over Jigglypuff. Wow. Genuinely tense stuff. In case you're wondering, this is a game from yesterday, and I can't remember what happened. This is genuine tension. I'm not putting this on. Oh my goodness. Right. In comes Wigglybuzz. Going to try and paralyze the palm tree, and it does. Very nice flip. Okay. Exeggutor has been nullified for the meantime. So what can I do here? I've got another one on the go though. Probably attach another energy to the active one, just in case I do get removaled. Yep, that makes sense. And good to go. So I'm assuming, well, they got last, don't they? So they have to try and find some removal cards. Can they do that? If not, they're just going to have to keep on hoping that Thundershock can do the business. Or they can go with Thunder Punch, which would then threaten a KO on their next turn. That's what they're going to do. So now this requires, they're going to do at least 30 damage. So yeah, 30 damage and one to themselves. So this now really requires me to flip the requisite number of heads to take out this Wigglybuzz. Otherwise I am potentially at risk of being knocked out by a heads flip, a Thunder Punch, or a plus power. So I'm sticking another energy on there. So that's 6 flips I get here, and I only need 3 heads. So let's go. It's a tails. It's a heads. Okay. 2 more heads. It's a tails. It's fine. 2 more heads. Okay, it's a tails. That's alright. 2 more heads. It's a heads. 1 more heads. Come on. See you later. It's a tails. Oh, they can't believe it. Oh, neither of them can believe it. Oh dear. So many regrets. So many regrets. Here comes Bill. 2 cards drawn. Wigglybuzz needs a plus power or a heads coin flip here to ensure that Exeggutor goes down. Look at all that energy on it as well. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is putting all your eggs in one basket, or putting all your energy on one egg, or whatever. They're going to item. No, they're Professor Oaking. I thought they were item finding for a plus power there. And Professor Oak, I mean, they've got some good cards there, though. They've got item finders, computer searches, another Oak. I mean, the thing is, though, if they attach a plus power and flip tails, they do knock themselves out with the added self-damage from plus power. But is it worth it just to ensure that Exeggutor goes down, their energy retrievaling. See you later, Jigglypuff. Going to get a couple of lightning energies back. What is the play here? Attached to the Jigglypuff, do they have a Wigglytuff? Potentially in the pipeline. I mean, they've got enough cards to find one. We just saw all the goodies they drew. So let's see. Are they going to go for the Thunder Punch with a... Oh, I mean, they're not going for plus power, are they? Are they just going to try and flip the heads, I suppose? Or are they going to try and paralyze? You go for the heads flip, wouldn't you? On the Thunder Punch. Here comes Item Finder. Oh, I think they're going for it. They want to ensure that this Exeggutor and all the energy that's attached to it are erased from the board. They're looking through the discard, and there it is. There is the plus power. Now then, they still really want to flip heads. I mean, KO is ensured, but they want to flip heads to ensure that they don't knock themselves out. Okay, another coin flip. Lots of dramatic coin flips. It's a tails. They both go down. Fantastic stuff. Oh, great stuff. Oh, who promotes first, though? I think this is the question we're having here. I'm being pointed at because, in theory, Exeggutor should be Exeggutor got KO'd first, and then Wigglybuzz did. So I think that's correct. What happened there? I promote Ditto into the active. They've promoted Dodrio. Where do we go from here? I think we're on 3 prizes each. Very close. I've lost a lot of energy there. I mean, and that was after some big plays as well. That was after a Lass and an Oak, and still wasn't able to take out that Electabuzz. Okay, a Rage for 10 damage. Very good. Why not? Let's see what we can do here then. Oh, I'm just checking what's in there. Am I checking what's in their discard pile? Some sort of conflab going on here. Not sure what's going on here, but might as well take this time in the video just to say, if you haven't liked, subscribed. Oh, forget it. I'll say it at the end. It involves pressing a button. Anyway, back to the action. I'm pointing aggressively at the mat. Play the game, I'm saying. Come on. Oh my goodness. Let's see what they're going to do here. Do they have the Wigglytuff? This is the worry now. I mean, they surely have ways to get it. This is probably the point in the game where a Wigglytuff, bares its head to sort of sweep up those final prizes. That tends to be what happens. Tends to be what happens with Wigglytuff decks. They're always there. Sometimes they appear super early and just donk you super quickly. But if not, you're sort of wondering, why have I not seen a Wigglytuff yet? Where are they all? You get a full sense of security. It's been too easy so far. And then you realise, oh gosh, I've used up all my resources and all my good Pokemon, and here's Wigglytuff. Okay, here we go. They're computer searching. Probably for the big pink waving menace. A Wigglytuff here would do. At the moment, it would do 50 to Ditto, which is not a good number to have on Ditto, because if it gets gusted, or... Oh no, they have gusted out my Mr. Mime. Okay, interesting. It's got 2 damage counters on it. Oh, they're going to go in and pound it, aren't they? Yeah, this makes sense. Take out the Mr. Mime before evolving into Wigglytuff. Very clever, very clever. And a Professor Oak. Okay, looks like Rival now is in the driver's seat. Momentum shift. Again, the second big momentum shift, I dare say. Maybe we're not quite at that momentum shift yet, but you can feel it in the air. Especially, that's a very nice super energy removal as well. To nullify Ditto, which would be a threat to Wigglytuff. Pokemon Trader. Dodrio for the Wigglytuff, but I think they're going to pound Mr. Mime here. And then they have, essentially, a good-to-go Wigglytuff next turn. Whereas all I can really do is promote a Ditto and... Oh, what am I going to promote the Eggman? I'm going to promote the Eggman and just try and do some sort of damage. To be fair, if I can get 20 damage on Jigglypuff, Survivor do the wave, and then attach a DCE and flip all heads, then that is enough. Lass has hit some fairly good things, actually. But yeah, this is desperation time, isn't it? So yeah, I'm going to attach an energy and just a big explosion, despite only 1 energy. Let's see if I can do a bit of damage. 2 prizes left each, so it's been... Nah, of course not. 2 prizes left each, though, so it's been a fairly even game so far. They've drawn a Bill off the last, though. That's very nice. And they've drawn a super energy removal there. I don't think they need to play it yet, though. No, they're just going to attach and evolve, I assume. Do the wave is going to hit for 50 damage here. I'm getting nervous. There it is. I don't think I have the DCE. Ooh, Psyduck, and there he is. That is the that is the sexy Professor Oak. That's the Professor's research from the current modern standard format. Is that Professor Willow? Anyway, it's a very hunky chap on that one on the card art there. Does the same thing. Discard your hand, draw 7 cards, in case you're wondering what else is going on. Okay, I'm attaching to Ditto, and I'm going to Am I going to teleport? I'm going to teleport out of danger. I'm going to let Scyther take some hits. Useful little attack, teleport can be. But yeah, I'm not in the best of shape here. I need really to find another DCE. I don't know if I do have any more DCE, that's the problem. Somehow I need to power up Eve. I probably need to power up Ditto here. Hit. Well, I do. I need to power up Ditto. Hit a Do the Wave. Probably lose Ditto, but then retaliate with Exeggutor. That would be ideal. But yeah, there's a lot going on. Scyther takes 50 damage from Do the Wave. Draw for turn. What do we got? Do we have anything good? Some energy, that's what we want. Yep, I'm choosing to power up the Ditto, and Ghastly's going to just... Okay, I'm going to try a Lullaby, and then see if I can hit a Do the Wave next turn. Right. It's risky, but I think it's the best thing, otherwise any other option would be giving up a prize, so it is the only thing I can do here. Mr. Fuji, I'm Fujing Exeggutor back away. Okay. Is that the best strategy? Not sure. I don't think that was the best strategy. I think I should have Fuji'd away Scyther. I don't have many cards in deck though, so I'm probably thinking if I Fuji it away, I'm probably going to draw it soon anyway, and maybe draw that energy that's attached to it. Maybe I'm Fujiing it away just so that energy goes back in the deck. Okay. I think they've instantly woken up there from Lullaby. Great. So they can hit a Do the Wave, and they're going to super me as well. Okay, I think we are, you know, hurtling towards game, set, and match here. But let's see. You never know. You never know. They can hit for 50, which means they can then gust. They could gust a Ditto out and then KO the other thing on the bench if they indeed have a gust. That's what I would do if I were the rival here. I've got a feeling that is where this is heading. I've benched something. It's the eggs. Lullaby. Can Lullaby... Well, they could Lullaby me for KO. No, that'd be stupid. Okay, a last just to try and buy some more turns. I don't know. Just lasting and Lullabying. Wigglytuff is asleep. Will it stay asleep? No, it doesn't. I think that's GG. I've put my cards down on the table. They must have an item finder or a gust. Surely they're going to do what I think they're going to do. Oh, they've done something even cleverer, yeah. They've retreated Wigglytuff into Doduo to auto KO the Ditto, and then Do the Wave on the eggs. It's all over. It's all over. GG. Well, there was a time in that game when it looked like I had it with the last and the powder. Stupid eggs, stupid palm trees. What I'm saying there. Oh dear. But yeah, GG's. It's a clean sweep for Wigglybuzz, but good games nonetheless. And congratulations to you, rival. Ooh, I'll get you next time. So there we have it. Episode 1 of Old Rod IRL is done, and unfortunately it is a 2-0 loss for Old Rod against rival. But, you know, when you're playing Exeggutor, sometimes the luck doesn't go your way. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. I've got plenty more Pojo and other content still to come. See you in the next video. Old Rod out.